Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be starting our pantry challenge. Now this challenge is just all about trying to use up what you have in your house first without bringing in too much excess of stock up goods. So my plan is to be going through some of the stuff that I've home canned myself, as well as some of my older commercial canned goods. I'm going to be using my Kitchen Magic Planner. I have this listed below if you're interested in using it as well. I really like that it has all of the days in one sheet, and then the next pages, you have each day kind of spaced out. So you can be a little more detailed about what you need to get done each day. So we created this menu together on my Saturday Night Live. So we're going to be doing that for the rest of this week as well. So make sure you join me this Saturday. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway this Saturday. I'm going to be giving away a Ziploc bag organizer. So this is one, I will have it linked below, that you put either in your drawer or you can hang it up. Kitchen Stamp is giving this away, so all you have to do is go back to that video, give it a like, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and go subscribe to Kitchen Stamp, and you're in the running to win a Ziploc bag holder. So we will be doing that on my Saturday Night Live as well. So make sure you tune in for that. But for now, let's get in here. I'm gonna kind of go through my plan, where I put everything, and then let's get to cooking, and let's see if I can stick to my plan this week or if I totally bomb it. Hi everybody, we are going to start our meal plan. This is the one I'm going to be using. I will have this linked below. My friend designed this, and look, I didn't even notice this before. She made it dedicated to me. Jenny, you're so sweet. Alright, so we're going to write Mama Baird. And this is what it looks like. I really like this. I'm going to do it on top of my puzzle here. Hopefully I don't mess it up. I really like that it has the week here that you're going to use. So this we're going to do the first week in January. The week of the first. Oh, I already did it. We got to do 24 now. Oh my gosh, guys. That's crazy. So we have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack planned out all here. Here's any grocery list we need. And then here is the daily meal plan. So you would put your breakfast here, any kind of prep or anything. Here's steps to take out. You could also do any prep you need to pull for the next day. So this one will be on the 1st. And then I have some that we did on the board the other night during my live. Well, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna call that good for now. I at least have Monday and Tuesday booked, and then I can think of more for the next day. And then if I need any ingredients, which I'm going to try and just kind of shop with what I have on hand. Like a lot of these, you use whatever you have. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. It is January 1st, and it is our first day of our January Pantry Challenge. Now, I used my planner here on planning what I'm going to make for the week. I had to change things a bit based off of what I had. That's the good thing about this, is that you can erase and fill in as you need to. So this morning, it has this weekly one where you separate it, and then it goes more detail per day for the rest of the week. So for now, this Monday, I'm going to be making banana pancakes, and I have writing down extra for the freezer because I have quite a bit of bananas. So I'm going to know that I'm going to be making big batches for the freezer. And then I also I want to cook some turkey. I want to cut some cutlets from that turkey. And then I don't know if I'm going to ground some. I put a question mark on there just in case I'm getting up to it, but I don't know if I want to take the trouble to break out the machine, clean it, do all that stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now, is we're going to be making some banana pancakes. I have a recipe here that I use from Preppy Kitchen. He's really great. I love him. I will leave it linked below if you're interested. A couple things I'm going to be doing a little differently than usual is I'm going to be using powdered buttermilk instead of fresh, as well as some of my powdered butter. I'm quadrupling this, so it's going to take half a stick of butter plus a couple of tablespoons, which just is equal parts powdered butter to regular butter, and then you would just add extra water to the mix. And then the buttermilk here is 4 tablespoons for 1 cup. 2, 4, so there's 2 cups, I need 3. So let's get this sifted right now. And then for every 4 tablespoons of powdered buttermilk is to 1 cup of milk that you need. It's pretty interesting. I've never used these before, but I have them in my pantry. So why not give them a try? Try and use them up, see if they're any good, especially if it's a good product. It never hurts to have dried powdered goods on your shelf for an emergency, or just to have in case you don't have buttermilk. Like now, it's New Year's Day. I don't want to go out and try and get some buttermilk. I don't want to use up 3 cups of my 1% that I have on hand for drinking. So we're going to try this, and then we'll just substitute it with water, and we'll see how it turns out. Especially baked goods like this is a good way to use this stuff up. Especially the butter. I haven't used the powdered butter either. So something as cheap to make like pancakes is always kind of a good way to experiment with new products. Okay, now we're going to do 4 cups of flour. Now this, you don't have to sift this flour, but I have my sifter out, so might as well. And then we're going to add 4 tablespoons of baking powder. Bless you. One thing I am changing with this recipe is I'm adding a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. I think that's really going to add a nice flavor to the banana pancakes. Okay, and then we're going to do 2 teaspoons of salt. This is just kosher salt. And then I'm also going to use brown sugar instead of white sugar. You need 8 tablespoons. All right, that is it for the dry ingredients. So let's get all this mixed up. And then I'm going to use a whisk for this when I actually mix it. All right, now we're going to mash some bananas. I'm quadrupling this, so I'm going to use 8 bananas. Okay. All right, let's mash these up. At this point, I'm going to plug in my griddle here. All right, and we're going to add some vanilla. All right, then let's add some water to this. So normally this is when you would add your milk to the bananas, but instead I'm adding the water. So add 4 cups. Oh, I need eggs too. 4 eggs. Swear down. All right. Let's transfer. We're gonna let the batter sit for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so while our griddle heats up, and then we'll start loading up the griddle. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, so we're gonna run just a little bit of butter on our flat top here. Well, probably should let my grill heat up a little more, and that's okay. And then some of us like chocolate chips on the pancakes, and some just like regular. Whenever I do the chips that way, I just kind of push them in a little bit so they're not directly against the griddle when you flip them, and it helps keep the chocolate from burning. No one likes burnt chocolate. All right, we'll let these cook for a bit. Not too bad. I forget that I like to add protein powder to my pancakes, and this type goes in really well. It is chocolate, so I might add a little chocolate flavor to it, but I think that'll be just fine. And you can't really tell it's in there And each scoop adds 21 grams. Oh no, it's 21 grams for 2 scoops. So I'm gonna add that in there. Let's flip these. Turn this down just a smidgen. I might need to add a little more water to thin it out a bit. Now they're chocolate banana pancakes. Chocolate protein. It's a good way to sneak extra protein in. Put it in the pancakes or the waffle mix, even if it's a pre-mixed one, just add that extra scoop to it. I've been meaning to, like, I'm just now starting that, so I gotta get in the habit of remembering protein powder. That's something I'm gonna make sure I write down on there for my recipe for next time. Beautiful banana pancakes topped with some Costco maple syrup. These are the pasta bowls I use, guys. They were perfect for pancakes because they catch all that syrup in there. All right, well, this one's going to husband, and then the kids are next. Let's get to eating, and then I'll bring you back when I have all of them done, and I'll kind of show you how I throw them in the freezer. All right, I got the round of chocolate ones down, but I figured I might as well, should try it, right? Because we did not only powdered butter, but powdered buttermilk in this, which is new completely for me. So let's give it a try, make sure we like it. Husband, what do you think? Good. I think it's good too. Oh. That worked out great. Well, that's good to know that I can now use that from now on, because it's kind of, you never know if you're going to have buttermilk, and butter can be expensive, so it's nice to be able to, instead of putting a whole stick of butter in this, I was able to use my powdered milk. I will have those ingredients listed below if you're interested in checking them out for yourself. All right, let's get back to cooking. When I'm putting pancakes in the freezer, I always make sure to label the bag because you will not remember what they are, no matter how much you try. So label them with what they are, and then I'll take either parchment or wax paper and just break it up into small little portions. You really just need a little square of it. And then you're going to put your cooled down pancakes flat in the gallon bag. I like to do 4 down and just lay them flat. As soon as they're all laid flat, that's when you're going to add your parchment paper and make sure that all 4 pieces are covered. This way, whenever they freeze, it's easy to break them apart. That way they don't get stuck together, and you can cook as many or as little as you need. Because sometimes not every kid wants pancakes. I'll give like pancake options, or they can have English muffins, or they could have cereal. So sometimes on days like this, it's nice to be able to have the kids pick and choose what they would like to eat that particular day. Then just toss this in the freezer and you are good to go. It's not cheese, Yoda.
Yoda wants the cheese.
Meow.
Yoda
Meow.
wants the cheese.
The cheese, not the cheese.
We must pay the cheese tax.
We must pay the cheese.
Right, now for lunch, I'm going to cross out canned goods. You can definitely tell lunch is where I struggle the most because that's empty. I really kind of wing lunch a lot. I have this taco rice here that I have. Actually, 2 of them. And then I have some lamb that I pulled out that had a little tear in it, so it was getting some freezer burn, so I need to cook it up. So I think I'm going to chop up that. And then I have peppers and onions that I also need to use. So I'm going to cook the peppers and onions up to get them to last a little longer. And then we'll cut up the lamb and then kind of saute those together. And then we'll add the rice. And then we'll kind of just make a sauteed lamb taco rice. I think that sounds good. So that's my plan. So I'm going to do that here, right? Lamb taco rice. Just so I know that I changed it. And it gives me a little more of an idea of what I actually made versus what I had planned. All right, so let's get that cooking. This is the part of the meat that looked kind of bad, so I'm just going to cut that off. And then we're just going to trim this. Yeah. I'm going to add some olive oil. Coating. let's add our lamb. Add some salt and pepper. And then I decided to just do 1 pack of rice, and it calls for 2 cups of water. But I have some chicken stock I made from a Costco rotisserie chicken, so I'm going to add 2 cups of that instead. Alright, so we're going to try and sear some of this lamb. We don't want to cook it all the way because it is going to cook more while the rice is boiling as well, or simmering I should say. So we're just looking to get a sear on this. Let me turn it up a little bit. Medium high. I have this mystery spice that I'm pretty sure is paprika. So I'm going to throw a little bit of it on there too. That adds a great color when you're searing things. And a good little flavor as well. Alright, I'm going to let this cook for about 3 more minutes. And then we'll add the rice and the chicken stock. It smells really good. I just said that. I was like, it smells good in here. Yep. Yeah, this is lamb, and then peppers and onions. And then I'm going to do taco rice and kind of make like a rice thing. Alright, now that's cooked, I'm going to deglaze the pan with the chicken stock, which means you're just pouring the liquid. It could be water, it could be, I like to do it with Worcestershire sauce as well. It can be wine, whatever liquid you have. I'm using chicken stock, and just kind of make sure you have all those scraped bits off the bottom because that's the good stuff. And then put in our taco rice. Looks like it's part pasta, part rice. Oh yeah, I think 1 packet will be good. Alright, we're going to bring this up to a boil. And then we're just going to follow the instructions here. It says to, oh, I'm supposed to add butter or margarine or oil. Cover for 7 minutes. Stir, reduce heat, cover for 7 minutes, and then stand for 2. So let's put a glob of butter in there. Alright, so all we're going to do is bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to reduce it down to a simmer and let it cook for 7 minutes. And then I'm going to turn it off and let it sit for 2 minutes. And then I'll bring you back. Alright guys, the time is up. It's been sitting for probably about 5 or 10 minutes. Oh, that's really good. I'm going to try some of the lamb too. That's pretty good. It's a little chewy. I think it'll be okay. And then I'm going to cut an avocado and put some sour cream on there as well. Avocado's not in its prime, but that doesn't mean that it's not good. So what I like to do is kind of like pre-dice it in its shell. You don't want to go all the way through the skin, just enough till you feel it scrape against the bottom, and then you use a spoon and scoop, and then that's pre-diced avocado right there. I am going to sprinkle the avocado with a little bit of salt. And then we're going to put sour cream on it as well. Alright, so how I'm going to plate this is a scoop of the rice. Some sour cream. 2 of the kids like sour cream, 1 does not. And then a little bit of the avocado. There we go. That's a lot of sour cream. Betty Jan loves sour cream though, so it'll be fine. And that's what we're having for lunch today. Alright guys, Monday night for dinner. I was supposed to make that pork crown roast, but time got away from me and I'm not going to be able to cook it tonight, so I just threw together some chicken tenders with ranch. This is mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together, mac and cheese, and peas and carrots. So this is what we're having for dinner. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. This morning I'm going to be making breakfast burritos is what I had on my list. So I went into my pantry and I pulled out this breakfast sausage that I had canned up on October of 21. So this is a good thing to get used up and out of my pantry. This is actually the last one. So I will be pulling some more out of my freezer to can up some more different types of meats, hamburgers, things like that. Winter is a good time to start a canning project like that when you don't have as much going on with the harvest and everything. So I'm going to be making that, and I'm going to use turkey eggs this morning because I have a dozen of them and I want to get some of them used up. So I'm going to use 6 of them. And then I also have on my list to hard-boiled eggs, make turkey salad, make egg salad, and then I also need to pull the burger patties for tomorrow's dinner. So that's my plan. So let's get this breakfast started. I'm going to use my Rock Your Walk pan set. I will have all my pan sets listed below that I use if you're interested in checking any of them out. So this is what it looks like. That layer is just, it's fat that it's cooked. This was pre-cooked and then I put water in here, and then this is just how it looks. I know it can look kind of unappealing, but we're going to plop this down. I don't want as much as that juice. I actually, after this, I started canning the meat without the additional water and just dry packing it. And I really like the outcome of that, so I'm gonna probably do that from now on. So that way you don't have to deal with the extra moisture. But as for the rest of this is going on my dog's food this morning. It'll make him happy. And then we'll get this cooked up and start browning. So that's cooking up. It is a little juicy. It's juicy. That's okay. It'll cook off. I might turn it up. And then I have 3 tortillas left, so I will use those for the kids. And then I do have this 0 net carbs, so I might just make little tacos for husband and I for breakfast with some salsa and then some sour cream. You guys have seen a turkey egg before? I really like the spots in it. That's a huge egg. Look, and this one's like double the size. You see how much bigger it is? Let's see if it's twins. Let's see. Oh, yep, twins. Ooh, look at that. Wow. This is from our turkey cake. Alright, there we go. 6 eggs, but 7 yolks. I added about a quarter cup of water because that really helps steam the eggs when they cook, which makes them light and fluffy. And you know, I think instead of separating the sausage and the eggs, I might just combine them all as one. See how that's getting crispy now? All the water has evaporated and all that's left in here is the grease that was on top. So it's cooking and searing that meat, getting it that nice brown flavor. Because this is a step you don't do when you can it because you don't want to overcook it. So you just kind of get it colored when you can it, partially cooked, so it will maintain its crumbly form. And then you finish searing it when you cook it to reheat it. Oh, that looks good. I just remembered I also have some peppers and onions I'm trying to get used up. So I'm going to throw that in here as well. And we'll cook those a bit with the meat before we add the eggs. Oops. Sorry. Oh, that smells so good. I'm just adding peppers and onions. Just elevates everything. Adds so much flavor. It adds color. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll add the eggs. Alright guys, this has been cooking a couple minutes. Full of some flavor. Let's add the eggs. Alright, let's kind of mix it up. I like to just kind of push my eggs forward. There we go. little bit of garlic powder and some salt. Ooh. Oh. Ah! Ooh. Hi, honey. Good morning.
Morning.
How'd you sleep?
Good.
Good.
Can I have a piece of cheese?
Sure. Right, our eggs are finishing up cooking here. So I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to turn this bottom one on. And we're going to warm up our taco shells here. And then you use a fork to add the salsa so it kind of takes out some of the juicy. You don't want this too juicy. So we got the salsa, now sour cream. There you go. And that's what we're having for breakfast today. Yum.
Just have to.
Hey everybody, so today what we are having for lunch, I'm going to just do regular mac and cheese. This is the mac and cheese that comes in the kids in power packs they get every Friday. So I did 2 boxes of that, and I'm going to add 1 can of tomato soup. I know you can also add meat to this as well. I'm not going to. I'm just adding the tomato soup and then the 2 packs of cheese mix that came with it. And this way you don't need any butter or milk because that tomato soup adds enough moisture to make that powdered cheese creamy. I call this kind of chili mac, even though I don't really put any chili flavors in it. And then I have a can of pear halves, and then I can also open a can of peaches if they need more than that. And then they're gonna get some baby carrots. And that's what's for lunch today. Alright guys, and here it is all plated up. We got our chili mac, our cinnamon pears, and our carrots with ranch. They're probably going to need another can of fruit opened, but we'll do this for now and then we'll see how it goes. Alright, for today's dinner, I'm going to be cooking some of this germinelli, some kind of pasta here. And then I'm going to have this chicken. Sorry, it's kind of dark. I got my lights off. Chicken here. It's a little undercooked. Alright, so we're going to cook this pasta, and I have some broccoli and baby carrots I'm going to cook with it, kind of like an Alfredo. So I'm going to add these carrots in and get them cooking with the pasta, so they'll be cooked through, but I'm not going to cook the broccoli. I'll leave that out. So I'm going to cook this for about 7 minutes, and I'll bring it back. Alright, we got 4 minutes left in the cooking, so I'm going to start adding in some of this broccoli to get it cooked. And then if you can see, some of this chicken looks a little pink. When I cooked it frozen in the Instant Pot, it didn't quite cook all the way. So I'm going to add it as well, just to make sure that it finishes cooking. And then we'll drain all this. Alright, so let's give this 4 more minutes and then we'll strain it. Hey everybody, I'm going to be making some garlic bread with some brioche bread here. I'm going to use some butter. And this is Johnny's garlic spread. This is phenomenal in any kind of tomato product, so like spaghetti and stuff, but it also makes gorgeous, beautiful garlic bread. I will have this linked below if you're interested in checking out this seasoning. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to mix this up with this. And then you have homemade garlic spread. I'm gonna add a little bit of extra parsley to it because I like that green. This is done. Let's turn this off. Just gonna do a thin layer of it. There we go. That was the perfect amount for 5 pieces of toast. So let's get this in the toaster oven. You could also do it in your oven if you wanted. Alright, let's get that put up. Now I have this. This is actually from 2018. So I'm going to be tasting this to make sure this garlic sauce is okay. Let's strain our pasta. Alright, I got this all strained. I think that all looks beautiful. The carrots still have a little crunch to them. That seal was still good. I'm gonna give it a bit of a try. Yeah, not too bad. Yummy. I think it's fine. That's from 2018.
Done the whole thing?
Yep.
And it's not that good. Can I mix it up? And now we're gonna mix.
Yep, mix it all up while I scrape this.
Now this stuff ain't too good, and this stuff did not taste very good. So.
What? You just said it was good.
Yeah, but then I started to give a little taste and then poof. Is that cheesy rice?
Parmesan cheese.
Oh, I thought it was rice.
Kitty, do not jump on the couch.
But ouch.
Alright, can I have a turn?
Sure.
Thanks. Alright, so this gives it a nice coating without being super heavy and thick. Like my... Oh, that looks really good. I'm going to add more parsley and some black pepper. Oh, I think that looks pretty darn good. Alright, so let's wait for our bread to get done, and then we'll serve it up. Alright, the garlic toast is done. And that, my friends, is what's for dinner. Happy Wednesday morning. We're going to be just making something simple, instant oatmeal, but I am going to spruce it up a bit. So I'm going to cook this just the regular way by putting 1.5 cups of water, and then we're going to cook this in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. Alrighty, right, the oatmeal is cooking. I'm going to mash 1 banana.
Can I mash it?
Sure, you can mash it. I'm just using a spoon to get in there and crush it up.
Why do we need to smash the banana?
Because we're going to mix it in with the oatmeal.
Blech. Banana?
Yes.
Not for me.
Why, you don't like banana?
And oatmeal.
Not an oatmeal?
Yeah, or cereal.
I like it. Here, you got to really get in there. You push.
I'm trying to push.
I like to put my finger on there and just push.
Okay.
It would be easier with a fork too. I'm making it difficult
Why?
because you're using a flat spoon versus a fork that has holes in it. That makes it easier to smash. And then we're going to add a little bit of brown sugar
Can I have some?
and some pumpkin pie spice. Good job. Give it a turn.
I like cinnamon sugar.
It's brown sugar. Yeah, that's good. Oh, there we go. See, now the bananas are getting kind of like this sugary glaze to them. You could also cook these if you want in a pan. All right, our oatmeal. Oh no, this is still a little soupy. I think it'll be okay. Let's add in our banana mixture. And then as this cools down, it'll thicken up as well. And we can't forget blob butter. And that's what's for breakfast. Now I'm gonna record for the next couple of breakfast, lunch, and dinners because we had leftovers, or I just made turkey and bologna sandwiches, or we had English muffins for breakfast. So that's not really something that I felt I needed to record, but I am going to try and change that for next week, so that way I can try and make sure I'm still recording exactly what I'm using up, you know? So that's what happened to these next couple of days, but let's get back to cooking and let's see what I make for dinner on day 5. It's dark out right now because the sun's going down way faster now that it's winter, and we want to cook up some burgers for tonight's dinner. So I'm going to be using my London Sunshine Kamado grill here.
Hello.
You ready for some fire?
Yeah.
Here we go, Conrad, ready? Here we go. Yeah, that was anticlimactic.
Oh my goodness. Mommy, you need a cover. Oh yeah, I forgot. It means that. Well, that's not hot though. That's not hot.
Oh yeah. Here we go. So we're gonna let that cook.
Yay! And
I'll go get the burgers.
Can you go in there? While you're in there, can you get my orange blankets?
Sure.
Why didn't you bring it out here? Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, guys, look at all that blue. Don't blow it out, Betty. Betty, I said don't. Mama said blowing it helps. Let's see what happens if we put a leaf. Oh crap, Betty. Mama said no leaves. Mama, should leaves be in here?
No.
Betty. So, Baby, I'm roasting it. Okay, just roasting. Crush the leaf.
Alright, here's our burgers. These are elk burgers that I had pre-seasoned and pre-pattied, and I did that in August of 23. So now we got our grill up and running, and I'm going to cook 8 of them. Alright, to the grill. I have a ginormous sweet potato here. Black part there. Yeah?
I think the fire is ready.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can smoke it off.
Okay, great. I'll be right there. Yeah, he's on his way home. Now that I have it peeled, we're going to cut it into fries.
Do you know how to cut into fry shapes?
I do. You gotta cut them kind of into rectangles first. I think that's good for now. I'm going to spray with some olive oil spray, or you can just use olive oil. Here's some all-purpose seasoning.
Can I add some?
Oh.
Can I add the next thing?
And then we toss.
How do you do that?
You push, and then as it flips up, you kind of use your wrist to pull it
Doesn't it
towards
make
you.
a mess?
Well, you got to catch it. Like, you lift it up and catch it.
I
If you
can-
go, blah, 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 then it'll make a mess.
I can do that with a real pancake.
Yeah, with a pancake?
I can do Well, just a fake pancake.
Just a fake pancake?
Yes.
I bet you could do it though. Alright, then I have my little basket here.
Put it in the air fryer.
Put it in the air fryer.
Are you sure these would taste like real fries?
Well, they're called sweet potato fries. They're a little different than real fries. Than just regular
Blah.
potato fries. Don't blah. You haven't tried them yet.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. You started it. Yes, I have.
Alright, to the air fryer.
Can I put it in?
I got a little bit of a sturdy station here, but here's how my fries turned out after 10 minutes. Those look great, so I'm putting in another round of those. That last other one, and then we'll see if we need more. And then I opened up my last thing of American cheese. And then let's doctor this for the kids.
And you guys probably remember Cracky. This is Cracky. Huh? This is Cracky.
Hi, Cracky. Welcome to the family.
If you guys don't have one of these things, then comment down below.
Comment if they don't.
Huh?
Comment if they do not have one.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure April has one.
You think so? They look good?
What's supposed to be mine?
Yeah, they're. One of them's yours. Mayonnaise and ketchup. Is that good?
Yes.
Good. That's what I did.
Can we eat outside?
Well, it's a little cold to eat outside. You guys want them like that? You want me to cut them in half?
I don't want those buns.
That's what we got.
I want them like this.
Okay.
Which ones did I get? Mine cut up.
Yours cut in half.
Uh-huh. Got some mayonnaise for me.
Here, hold on. Wait. You want some fries? Like I wasn't done.
Why?
Okay.
First, I have to taste one. Fry. Good.
Good. She likes the sweet potato fries.
I want mine cut up. Not too many tomato fries.
Sweet potato.
Yeah, not too many.
Okay. Here you go. You're welcome. And then one for Sir Conradus. That, my friends, is what's for dinner. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you with mine. I used some buffalo sauce, some tomatoes, and then with these gorgeous burgers. Now they're kind of thin. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm going to make a dessert. I have this proper British custard in my pantry that kind of reminds me, I guess, of pudding. So I'm going to mix that with some of this Tom and Jerry batter that I got from the food bank. This is kind of like a whipped topping fluff. So I think usually for this you would mix pudding with whipped topping. So I think this will go well together. And then I have some Ghirardelli chocolate that I have gotten from the food bank before. It's kind of like a chocolate sauce. So I'm going to heat that up and use that as the top. So we're going to make a no-bake eclair pretty much. This is one of my favorite dips to make, or favorite desserts to make, especially in the summer. It's very kid-friendly. Oh, it's not too sweet. It doesn't taste too bad. Let's mix this in here with it. Ooh, that tastes good. It almost tastes pumpkin-y with the how much nutmeg was on the top of that. So this is going to be our layer. And then I'm also going to do a layer of bananas just because I have lots of bananas right now. Some of these are a little mushy, which I'm not quite looking for in this one. So I'm going to put those aside. Alright, so first you're going to do a layer of graham crackers. Alright, let's put half of our mixture down. Alright, then we have the round of bananas. Let's do another row. of graham crackers. All right, then let's put the rest of the pudding. Now one more round.
Is this all of it?
All right, now one thing you can go from here is just a regular chocolate icing. You can melt it in the tub like a store-bought icing and then just pour it over it, and that works fantastic. Or you can make your own on the stove. I've never used chocolate sauce before, but I think it'll work fine, and it's a giant quart that I need to get used up. So I don't know, I'm gonna use about, say, a cup's worth, and I'm gonna microwave this for about a minute, and then we'll see how it looks. I walked away for a second and it got a little hot, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of the cold chocolate, and that'll help bring the temperature of this one down and make it a little smoother. I don't think it'll be a big deal if it's completely melted, but all right, now here comes the fun part. So now we're gonna wrap this in saran wrap and let it sit for at least 4 hours, but preferably overnight. Hey everybody, we are ready to slice open this eclair I thought you'd like to see. Oh yeah. Look at that layers. That looks good. This is a perfect cold dessert to take. Usually relatively cheap items. Things I happen to have all in my pantry. You might as well. Like just use instant pudding instead of that custard packet. That's a keeper for sure. Whew, that was a long week of cooking. Holy moly, that is definitely the most cooking that I have done in a while, back to back, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It feels really good though to be using up all those things from my pantry. Thank you guys for coming along, seeing what I made, what I used up, and for all your ideas that you have given me along the way. Make sure that you look up the hashtag 3 Rivers Challenge, and anybody doing this pantry challenge will be brought up on your home feed and you can discover some new channels. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time on Mama Beards.